Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome to the Construct Your Life Rant. What we're going to talk about here today is called adversity. Like taking the blows and the true gaps in life, the peaks and the valleys that exist, whether it be alcoholism, drug addiction, entrepreneurship, life in general. It's a motherfucker. Why try to sugarcoat it? What's the point? For me to pat you on the butt and tell you everything's going to be all right? It ain't. But we are not willing to do the things necessary that it takes to get to where we need to go. Because if you're telling me that your goals are you want a $10 million or you want $1 million company, you're going to get your fucking ass beat. It's war out there. And I don't mean that like literal war, but it's war. Small businesses are dying. Restaurant workers are hurting. And you're over here sitting on the couch watching fucking Netflix in air condition. Shut the fuck up. I'm not angry. I'm just trying to make a point. That adversity is actually the reason that you do succeed. And when you shift your mindset around what it means to have adversity in your life and create it as a positive, right? To lose money in a business that you started, to get laid off, to get divorced. Then you start the process of sharpening who you are as a person. Because the reason that I am farther ahead than I was, even though I haven't even got started, is because I've had bad shit happen to me. The reason that I am such a good coach is because I was an addict for so long, and I can address my clients' desires and needs to be better because I lived it. And there's no judgment there. So there's a damn good chance that I might be a great coach because of all the years of those addictions. And I can save so many lives to tell them you don't have to go at it as long as I did. But you had to cultivate a mindset that this is good. Instead of playing the woe is me game. Instead of curling up like a ball and playing the victim. Because it wasn't until I accepted the adversity that I put in my life and looked at it as a positive experience instead of a negative. I just posted about it. There's been some fucked up shit that's happened in the last 2 years. A lot. There's been a lot of good to come from it. A lot of distractions have moved from my life. I've met a new person that loves me to death, and I love her, and it's a great relationship, and it's all good. But through all that bullshit, it took a lot of fucking horse shit. But I also lost 50 pounds, and I was able to step into the power that was me in my own business and not work for somebody else. But it took being laid off, divorced, losing 26 grand, having to look at myself in the mirror and realize that I wasn't as healthy as I thought I was. Through all those adversities, which there'll be plenty more to come down the road, but I am more well equipped to handle them because I have chosen to use those adversities as a springboard to create a better life. But what you do is you say, oh, here we go again. The world's against me. I don't deserve that. Blah, blah, blah. And you know what all that tells me? First of all, you need coaching. Second of all, you don't love yourself. Because if you truly love yourself, you would look at it as a gift. you would look at it as a springboard to get better. I heard one of the greatest quotes ever. Rich Roll was on a podcast and he said, "What do you tell somebody when their life is falling apart? They get laid off, they get divorced, all these things happen to them." He said, "I tell them, congratulations, because you just leveled up." What an amazing way to look at it. What an amazing way to see the beauty through the pain. I dare you. I fucking dare you. If you do, I swear to God, I'll pay off the bet. I dare you to go find me a multimillionaire that hasn't got his ass kicked a couple times, hasn't lost money in a business, hasn't got divorced, didn't start off as homeless, wasn't an addict. It doesn't exist, guys. The adversity is the reason they got to where they were going. And by you fighting it and not addressing it and looking at it as the other thing, then you're going to continue to stay where you are. Embrace the pain, man. You don't have to live with it. You don't have to let it attach itself to you, but you have to use it as fuel to get to where the hell you need to go. Backs up against the wall? Great. Bring it on. No money? Fuck it. I'm going to figure it out. Lost money on my first flip? I don't care. I learned so much. You're better for it. So stop seeing it as a bad thing and look at it as a positive. Because when you have adversity in your life, I would walk up to you, shake your hand, and go, perfect. Now it's time to grow. But if you're going to take it the other way and you're going to play the victim and you're going to fucking complain, go talk to somebody else. It's not good enough. Use it as fuel. Understand how your mind works to understand what you need to propagate yourself and launch yourself into another atmosphere. Make your ceiling your new floor, as my mentor would say, Mathieu. You can look through all the podcasts of the millionaires that I've interviewed. They've lost it. They've lost their money. They had to Uber drive. They had to do whatever. But they made it all back and then some because they learned what they learned. So stop running away from it and head right into that fucking storm. Head right into that fucking, that marriage that you know needs to end. Head right into that work job that you want to quit. And understand that if you burn the boats, then maybe, just maybe, you'll set yourself free on a new path that was truly meant for you. I hope you got some value from this, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.